Yeah.
I heard y'all went to a tech walk.
Yes, we did.
Yes, yes. Mixed reviews.
Was great.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Karen, Angie,
It was
not so
just a little
much.
bit hot, but otherwise it was
It
great.
was
Yeah.
really hot.
Yeah.
It was really hot. All right. It's gonna be okay. Did you
Yeah,
meet
it was
cool
like
people?
90 plus degrees, I think. It
Oh
was
my.
warm.
All right.
But everyone did great, and I think everyone got paired with a couple of mentors and got to introduce themselves and see what it was about. And networking, volunteering, those are things that we're going to embed in our program all summer. And yeah, so thanks for joining. We are recording this, and I think we'll send it to Allison and Doug, anyone else who's not able to join.
Amazing.
Yes, and I think it's a great point because we're 2 weeks into the program, and I've had the interns working on a little mini hackathon where they were able to look at not only what we've developed, but also think about like what we're doing as a company, what professional development means, and then do an activity end to end. So we can also see what people are good at and what people want to work on, just to kind of get exposure. And I will
Amazing.
share, Don, too, a page. Are you able to see? Oh.
So this is on the CareerStar platform, yes?
One second, just 1 second. No, what I'm going to show you is actually our intern homepage. But
I actually have a guest. I have Yuzan here with us who's going to just listen in.
I'm sorry?
I have Yuzan from the cohort. You remember?
Oh, okay. Who's just listening in? I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time sharing my screen. Just 1 second.
Take a minute.
I don't know why. What is going on?
Angie, are you in the dark? Where are you are you in a closet?
Oh no, I'm in my room. I'm gonna make my room brighter. I'll be right back.
You look like Harry Potter under the stairs. Does anybody watch that? Did you all know what I'm talking about? There you go. There's that gorgeous face. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're still a little dark. So if you were doing this in a professional setting, I would say you got to be a little brighter.
Sorry, yeah, my room is pretty dark.
That's okay. And Karen looks very studious with the books behind her. I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Abdubar is I'm waiting for like a child to come and bop you in the head behind you. Is that gonna happen?
Okay.
Yeah.
No?
Okay. Finally, I think we should be.
It's gonna happen.
All right, good. That would make my day.
Oh boy. Okay.
We good?
Yes. Okay. So I may have mentioned Don before, but we do a lot of our content and team management in something called Notion, and that
Yep.
allows us to make pages, manage things. So we actually created an intern summer program homepage that is public. So you can see here, I can send this to you.
Perfect.
But it's a public homepage, so we have a little bit about the program, our intern expectations, summer schedule, right? A little bit about the delivery and management. So we want to do a product demo to you all. We're doing that now. Timesheets, tasks, and Asana. And we've been developing a 3-2-1 plus report as well. We have some private mandatory onboard. You can't see them, but we have mandatory onboarding that all of the interns have done as well with an employee
Clara,
handbook.
can I ask a question?
Mhm.
Can I have one of the interns tell me what a 3-2-1 report is?
Sure. Anyone?
Yeah, I can go. And 3, 2, 1 activity is the 3 is what we did in the following week. So there's like 3 highlights, and 2 would be what we're gonna do in the future highlights, and
Mhm.
1 is what help we need in which place, and in what activity we need help actually.
Amazing. That's great. Thank you. Thank you so much for explaining that.
Yeah, and it's actually an activity we have directly on the platform that they've been sending me.
I remember you saying that. I just wanted to
Yeah,
remind myself. I think that's an excellent way to kind of recap what you're working on. And just I want to remind everybody to keep notes of that. Remember the victory vault or the love me sheets that Doug talked about? These are the things that you want to talk about when, you know, you're interviewing. Like I did this for this great company.
great. And then we also have you can see as well, we have a number of trainings that everyone's completing as part of our stack and our Career Hub ethos here. So we have the training, duration, people can sign up, and then they've also been doing a great job of tracking their progress on the trainings as well. So everyone will also have a very clear training and certification roadmap into this program.
Amazing.
And then we have some monthly volunteer events. And Karen, do you want to quickly tell us about what we're going to be doing this month?
Yeah, so I will say briefly, I chose the volunteering event of delivering lunch to seniors. Um, Initially I had wanted to do like something with revitalizing something like that with the environment, but I say some of them weren't fit for the time period. So I chose this other um like service, which I also thought it's pretty like helpful, especially with like our elderly community.
Great. Yes, thank you, Karen. Yes, everyone's going to be organizing a volunteer event that everyone shows up to. And this is happening next week on Core Community Services,
That's awesome.
giving back. And we're going to do that monthly. So you can see we have a little tracker for the volunteer events as well.
That's great.
And we also have some LinkedIn posts here. And this was the hackathon. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. But
Okay.
quickly, we also I have a high level schedule here too. So I can send this public page to you, the team, Don, so you guys can see as we go along in the summer, the training
Clara, do
and
you
progress.
sleep?
What?
Do you sleep?
All the time. 7.5 hours. We go at full speed.
This is amazing.
Right, thanks. So we had the activity, we had people work on the activity hackathon. So this is where, again, people are going to pick or create their own game activity. And we had some requirements here about, you know, what does it have to do? It has to align to the CareerStar ethos. A little bit of go-to-market, right? We want to develop activities that people are going to actually use, that their friends would use. Full activity design, and yeah, anything else involved. And this is the criteria that we're going to be thinking about, Dawn, when we watch the presentations here. We'll give everyone about 5 to 7 minutes here.
Okay.
Do we think it's aligned to the National Association of Career Development core content principles? So leadership, equity, inclusion, oral and written communication skills, professionalism, yada, yada. Do we think it's fun, encouraging, useful, and data-driven? Do we think that when the activity concludes, we are getting data about our users that's going to make their experience better on the platform, right? Also, just some metadata. All activities should have time estimate, stars, content tags. And again, I want to make sure people think about a little bit of a go-to-market. No matter what your job is, you should be thinking about whether or not what you're working on is valuable. So
Right.
we're always thinking about that. And we want the activity to actually be built, right? So the activity should contain visuals, data, code, whatever else.
Sounds awesome.
Okay, and I'll stop sharing. Is there anyone that wants to volunteer to go first? Dawn's going to pick someone.
Angie, you're up. Because now I can see you. Starting with A. Angie, let's go.
Yeah, and I
right.
think you should be able to share your screen. Let me make sure everyone's. Yeah.
Give me a second, please. Sorry, it's loading.
Right now. Yuzen just asked if the hackathon is this year. I go, it's right now. You just did it.
Oh yeah, it's an immediate full stack hackathon. And what's great about this too is we'll be able to deploy the activities into production, and they're going to get feedback on their enterprise activities end of week. So it'll be happening live.
So Yuzen is on the platform, right? So she could do this, right?
She can see, well, she can't develop the activities, but she can
No,
see
no,
the
but she
activities
could
once they're.
see the activities and.
Yes, and she
maybe
can
get-
provide feedback with a structured feedback mechanism that we're going to have that teleports
ทำไมของไลฟ์
Typeform data to Asana backlog.
อันดีลัก so I can check it tomorrow.
I'm gonna
Yeah, yeah.
present.
It'll be part of a backlog process. So if we'll take requests and feedback in Asana, and then people can pick them up. It'll be part of a workflow. And I think this is good because it just gave people the whole exposure here.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So I decided instead of picking someone else's work, I decided to just create a whole new one. I think I rather create something new than, something that's been there. So the prompt that I chose was how to answer a tough interview question. I feel like as a user myself or as a student before, it was hard. Like for interviews, I think it's pretty hard answering difficult questions such as where do you see yourself in 5 years? What else? What do you what is something that you would like to say about yourself? And I feel like those questions are really difficult and it takes time if you're not prepared.
Mhm.
So that's why I decided to write about this. I think it's also associated with the course that are, yeah, associated with. So, I started by putting this gif of a cat pondering a tough question because I've been there and I feel like I do this, like questioning myself. So, okay, I'm gonna start. So this is an interactive role play that gives students a realistic workplace situations and ask what would they do in such situation. So, for this, I put ready to tackle those tricky questions, and like I even put myself like I wrote the scenario that I've been, because there was like awkward moments, and I asked myself, oh, how do I respond to this?
Right.
So I responded to that. And for the activity steps, for the user, they're gonna pick one of these questions, which is tell me about yourself. What is your biggest weakness? Why should we hire you? Tell me about a time where you failed and what was your solution? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I feel like as a user myself, I received these kind of questions in an interview. So I was like, you know what? Let me put those questions. And it was hard for me to reply. And then sorry about that. For the next step, I suggest the user to record their answer. It should take like per question, it should take like a minute or so. So for that section, they can utilize their webcam, phone, or any app that allows them to record themselves and answer those questions. Then for step 3, I suggest the user to replay those videos. And if from their perspective, did they like their tone, their clarity, or pace? And did they make eye contact, or was their answer unique that it makes the recruiter remember them? For what's something that they would like to improve themselves for the next interview practice session. And I also recommended to consider these, which is body language, gestures, clarity, make sure that everything goes with flow and their tone of voice, and obviously confidence, which is really important. And then I also suggested to share with a peer for feedback. That's optional, so the user can share this, like as a second opinion. And I was also thinking of implementing like an open source AI where it analyzes the user's video, the user that recorded that interview question, and see what they can do better. I also included a hot tip if they, you know, just reminding them if they mess up, then they can always keep learning no matter what, learn from your mistakes and remember that these demonstrates how you solve them to the recruiter. Hi. And then for the output, so for the reflection part, the user can put like what they think they could have done better and maybe we can implement an open source AI. So the user types the reflection and the AI reflects what they can do better as well with the videos. And I was thinking about implementing like a 60-minute timer to make it like to add the user some pressure. And so they can practice within time. So yeah, that was my thought process and of how I did everything. And yeah,
Angie, I love this and it's completely relevant, especially the
yeah,
confidence thing that you mentioned.
yeah,
I just heard from a student that I had at John Jay, and she did not get a job, not because she wasn't competent, she did not have the confidence. So
yeah, yeah.
extremely relevant.
Yeah, I relate to that too, you know. I was like, you know what? It's something that I like question myself. And I was like, I've been in this position as well. And I feel like, you know, it's been like, for me, it's hard to answer like questions, where do I see myself in 5 years? Just because I don't have the confidence and, you know, it's something to prepare with. And I feel like this workshop or helps the student, you know, to prepare in time and to feel more
Yeah,
confident with their answers.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Great
and something like
presentation.
the 5-year question is great because that's an example of something where we could do like correlated activities too, because we
Yeah.
have a goal setting activity. So in that case, it could be like, if you got the question, it could say, oh, do you have no idea? You know, you should complete the 10-minute
Yep,
goal setting activity too.
yep,
Right? So that it'll,
Yeah.
excellent. Well
Yeah.
thought out, Angie.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, that was the work that I've done so far. I started also coding so far, but it's a lot.
yeah, no,
So yeah, definitely. But yeah, everything is going great. I also didn't have access to the design part. So what I started to do is like do it by paper and then implementing those ideas into like designing and stuff and the functionality.
can you be clear about what access don't you have?
To Canva, I didn't have access to Canva for some reason. But yeah, that's my presentation and yeah. Do you want me to pass it to someone or?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And you have it as an activity, so we can check, is it, you have the stars and time estimate as well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The time estimate for this project is 20 minutes or 15 minutes. And the star value, it will be like 2 to 3.
Okay, got it.
Thank
Let's
you.
just make sure that's tagged in there.
And I will pass it to Adubari. Thank you.
Hello. There. Can you see my screen? Great. Hello, everyone. I chose activity follow-up 1 week after the interview. So we usually apply like too many jobs and sometimes they forgot about us. So it's good to remind them to send a like follow-up email. And that's why I chose this activity. And here is my first page. It's gonna tell the user why it's important follow-up email. And on the second page, there is some activity, how to send it and when to send it. And there is a like fill in blank, so he can put the date and with who was it, and we could kind of create a like reminder. So when they have an interview, when they do the activity, they will receive the reminding. And on the third page, is going to give the template of the follow-up email and the reflection and practice, so they can practice their like follow-up email. And on the last page, they can prompt the chatbot and get the example of email, follow-up email to send it. So that's my activity. It's going to be 5 pages. And also I was working on the coding part, and this is my local system. And so I created like activity 14 here. And let me show you, yeah, here. So this is my local host, 3000. Something different.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
this is yeah, follow up 1 week after the interview. It's going to be 20 minutes and 10 stars. So I did, this is the like main page, and we can go to the first page. This is the what we had on Notion. So it's here, and I had the image also. So I
Amazing.
did the first page so far. So I'm working on this. I updated the steps, the topics, but I didn't update the inside yet. So I'm still working on them.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
impressed. Both presentations, very impressive.
Thank you. And I'm gonna pass it to Karen.
2 weeks in. This is the start of your third week, and you're already creating real world things that your fellow students and other students are going to use to get jobs. This is amazing, guys.
Okay, hello guys. So for my activity that I chose to do, are you guys able to see my screen on those? Okay, so the activity I chose to do was profile privacy control. And just so the reason why I chose to do this activity in particular was because oftentimes like I feel like I personally also learned something new from this activity doing it myself. So this activity in general can like serve use to students who like want to have a more, I would say, more control over their professional presentation, like on LinkedIn, because since like students are frequently like learning new like they're getting new experience and adding like new projects onto their profiles, making like these small tweaks about what they learn can often trigger like notifications to their network. So I would say it can give a presentation. You can see, sorry, it can often like make you appear as disorganized or I would say indecisive. So I would say by engaging like in this short activity, like students can learn how to privately make the changes and then like share it until like they're ready to reveal it. So this short activity should only take about like 5 minutes. So it only gives you like 3 stars. And it's a minimum of 5 steps, so they're short. And it's just like guiding the user how to like use that setting on LinkedIn. I also included some hot tips on how to appear more professional on LinkedIn, like your URL for LinkedIn. So I did start trying to implement the activity onto the CareerStar website. I don't know if you guys can view the
Yep.
other window I
Yep.
opened.
We could see it.
So when I go to the activity, I still have to work on some of the visuals, so and designing part, but it's pretty short, but it does like
It
it's
is short, Karen, but it's very important. And you're right, it makes a difference because you guys are updating your profile so many times, you don't want to put all those things out there. The only thing that confused me at first when you were talking, I thought you were talking about always being in stealth mode, so I would definitely put in the word LinkedIn. Like LinkedIn stealth mode or LinkedIn privacy, because I was a little lost when you first were talking about it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you
But
for that.
this is an important thing and one that sometimes we forget to tell students. So thank you.
Yeah, and I even think
And,
there could be like an activity about Googling yourself or something like that, and of like overall privacy that kind of builds on this.
Yeah.
and then here are like the brief steps on how like to follow along for the student.
Amazing.
And then towards the end, I did add like a little interactive like bonus where like the student can upload. I would say how they completed the activity.
Awesome.
But I still have to add more into it, so this is just like still in progress.
That's amazing. But 3 fantastic presentations. And Allison just joined me. You've had a rotate. Yuzin was here, Doug was here. Everybody was popping in to see how fabulous you guys are doing.
Yeah, that looked great. Karen, and I think that is super important. I have students all the time who are like hesitant to use LinkedIn because of they're unaware of the privacy controls and like how much you have to share versus how much control you have over it. So I have heard like from real students that this is like a thing that they are unaware of and don't know how to control. So I think that's actually a super helpful, important segment.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Just taking a note here. All right. Well, guys, that was totally amazing. For the afternoon, let's continue on with the deployment to local environment as far as we can with any visuals. And then what we'll be able to do tomorrow is think about how we're going to get some tracked user feedback for those, as well as moving on. Because like I said, tomorrow we're actually moving on and going to look at Asana and how we're going to assign tasks for the rest of the summer. So this was sort of the kickoff, but really, really great work. And I think great exposure to the end to end stack as well. Fantastic.
Students, how does this compare to school?
In my opinion, it's way better.
There you go. What?
Thank
Tell
you.
me why.
More time to work on specific things that I want to do. Yeah.
Amazing. Karen, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Andrew. I feel like it's also a good opportunity to like work on stuff that you enjoy doing. So
And are you
while
seeing
still
the
learning.
connection between what you're learning in school to this has real world applications?
Yes, but I feel like this opportunity still offers like a lot, like a diversity of new information in comparison to like classes.
I'm like so excited. Look at this. Look at these. How about you, Abdubari? What do you think? School easier, work better?
I think in school we were learning like theory mostly. In here, I think we doing like a hands-on experience. So I think, yeah, what we learned, we doing it right now. So learning better.
Y'all realized you got like the gold star internship with the queen
Well,
right
let's
there,
hope so.
right?
Let's hope so.
Yeah, come on, Clara. Like, this is amazing.
Well, I think what we'll do is after everyone's completed the test deployment, we'll update the activity hackathon on our intern homepage too, so people can get maybe a mini demo or at least screenshots of what people were able to build. So we'll share that. Yeah, and Allison, I think you joined a little later, but we have also a public intern management page that I can send you that you can check out at any time to see where people are at with all of their training and certifications, our monthly volunteer event calendar, as well as the hackathon and a high-level schedule that we're working on as well.
Awesome. Yeah, would love to see.
Amazing. Fantastic job all around.
Yeah, this was really awesome. I'm really impressed. This was great progress. I'm excited for the summer too. I think we're going to make this really cool.
That's great. I'm so proud of everyone.
Awesome. Okay. All right. I will make sure this got recorded too, and I can send, if it got recorded properly, I'll send some notes and a recording to the group here too for a recap.
Amazing. All right.
All right,
Have a
thank you,
great rest of
everyone.
the week. Talk
Thank
to you
you.
soon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Awesome
Bye,
job.
Clara.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, hon.